Hi and welcome back. It's time to go through 10 amazing compliment magnets for men. These are fragrances that will sure bring in the compliments, and you know we all like compliments. Most of us don't get compliments on a daily basis, but wearing a compliment magnet fragrance sure helps with those compliments. To get the compliments, there is really no magic cure. Of course, you have to smell good, but what I have noticed really makes a difference is to spray the fragrance properly. If they can't smell you, they can't compliment you. These are 10 amazing men's fragrances that I have complimented and that you guys in the comments have told me that you get compliments with. I have also thrown in a wild card. This is not your ordinary compliment magnets. There are some fragrances in here that's not for everyone, that will not get you compliments from whoever, but you will know that the person complimenting you for this specific fragrance shares your unique style of fragrances. So let's check out the scents, but before that, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. It really helps me out. First up is an oud fragrance that is warm and spicy. Now, oud is a note that not everyone likes, but this oud is very elegant, it's very sophisticated, and I have heard so many who loves wearing it just because of the compliments. This is warm, it's spicy, it has a slight sweetness and a touch of powderiness from frankincense. It's not overly powdery, it has a great performance, and that's why it gets you compliments, because people can pick it up when you wear it. This is Gucci Intense Oud with raspberry and saffron in the top, then with the oud in the base, and also with a beautiful rose note in the midst. That combo of the woody oud, the beautiful floral rose, and the saffron in the top makes it magical, and it will bring in compliments if you just spray it properly. The next one is a fragrance that I almost consider a classic by now. This is the clone of Creed Aventus that is actually better than the original, and you pay like 1/4 or 1/5 of the price for it. This is Club de Nuit Intense Man from Armaf. Armaf has so many great fragrances, and the Club de Nuit line is one of their strongest collections, and this works year after year. It smells amazing, and it sure brings in compliments just like the original Aventus. I've heard it from friends, I've heard it from you in the compliments, and the performance is outstanding. This is the EDT. There's also a parfum, there's different variations of this one, but my favorite is the EDT. The next one is not an obvious compliment magnet. This is a fragrance that I have to compliment every time I smell it on. This is a fragrance that reminds me of two of my absolute favorite fragrances. It reminds me of Montabaco Intensivo from Ormond Jane, which is a really luxurious, expensive, well-crafted fragrance with a wonderful airy tobacco scent. Then it reminds me of Bright Leather from Ferragamo, which is also a beautiful leather scent with something airy, smoky over it. This is a Sorrow Chrome Azure. This is such a wonderful scent. The performance could be better, so you really have to overspray this to fill up a room and to actually make it stay on your body and on your clothes for some time. But it's so worth it. It's a beautiful fragrance. I have to compliment it every time I smell it, and it's a scent that you really react to. If you like the Azara Chrome fragrances, you will like this one, and I think you will enjoy it if you want something that goes a little bit in another direction than the others in the collection. The next one is one of my recent favorites from Gucci. The Gucci Guilty line has so many great fragrances. I love the one with leather, the Absolute, which is an incredibly strong leather focused fragrance. I also like the Gucci Guilty Pour Homme because it's such a mass appealing and easy scent to wear. Whoever can wear it for whatever occasion, and that is also a compliment puller. But the latest one in their collection is Gucci Guilty Elixir. Of course, they also had to make an elixir fragrance, and they did such a great job. This is warm and ambery, it's white floral, and it has this bubblegummy sweetness over it, and something that brings my thoughts to almonds. I'm guessing that is maybe the creaminess from the nutmeg. And another thing I absolutely love about this one is the white floral side of it. It has this most beautiful orange blossom note that's to die for. If you don't like white floral fragrances, this is probably not for you. But if you do enjoy white floral fragrances and you realize the beauty in having a white floral fragrance on, this is something you need to try. The performance is really long lasting and it projects very good. The next one is a fragrance that is loved by so many, both women and men, and it brings in compliments. I have worn it a couple of times. I received compliments every time. I complimented myself, and when I smell it somewhere, I can immediately pick it up and know what it is. This is Angel's Share from Kilian. If you are one of, I guess, few people who haven't tried it already, you really should, because it's a wonderful fragrance. This is sweet, it's boozy, it's almost like a sweet cinnamon pie. It smells amazing. This is a gourmand fragrance, and maybe it's the gourmand fragrance, because I'm not sure that there actually is a gourmand fragrance that is better than this one. It's a Kilian fragrance, so it is expensive, but the performance you get with a fragrance like this feels so luxurious. The next one is another fragrance I have mentioned so many times before. It's from the House of Seduction, Jean Paul Gaultier, and this is one of their best. This is Le Mâle Le Parfum. If you don't like powdery fragrances, stay away from this. But if you like vanilla focused fragrances, if you like powdery fragrances, and you like the original DNA of the Le Mâle fragrances, this is something you should try. It has a great performance. It sure brings in compliments, both because it smells so fantastic, but also because the performance is really good. People pick this up when you wear it and they like it. It's warm and spicy, it has a beautiful vanilla scent, and it has a powderiness to die for. The spiciness comes from one of the best spicy notes, which is cardamom, and the powderiness comes from the beautiful flower iris. You know that I like powdery fragrances, so that there's even one more powdery fragrance coming up in this list is probably not a surprise to anyone, but one that is actually a great alternative to Le Mâle Le Parfum if you want something that is powdery, spicy, vanillic, but you don't want to have Le Mâle Le Parfum because many others already have it. Then you can try this one. And the one I want to recommend is Halloween Man Shot. This is such a great fragrance for the price. I wouldn't say it's a cheapie, but the price is really affordable for what you get. This is a bit toned down on the powdery side if you compare it to Le Mâle Le Parfum, and it's stronger on the spicy side and the sweet side. If you think of Le Mâle Le Parfum as a very simple, spicy, vanillic and powdery fragrance, this has some more nuances. This brings something more to the table, which maybe makes it more interesting for some. It has daiquiri, black pepper and cardamom in the top. Then in the midst there is iris, and then in the base there is vanilla and there is leather. So the vanilla together with the leather turns this thing into a really sexy scent. Performance-wise, this is not as strong as Le Mâle Le Parfum, but it's still a good performer. Now we're gonna look at a fragrance that is actually a good alternative to the Sauvage fragrances from Dior. This is also a really strong, mass-appealing and very easy to wear fragrance, but this has a bit more of a fruity, tropical side, which for some makes it more interesting and fun. It's Quesada Ambassador, and this is a strong fragrance. It's woody, it's aromatic, it's fresh spicy, it has sweetness, it has fruitiness, and it's a really beautiful scent with so many nuances. It stays on your skin for so long and it has a huge projection. What reminds me of Sauvage with this one is the aromatic, the fresh spicy and the woody side of it. But what adds something more and something that makes it just a bit more fun is the fruity side with mango, apple and orange mandarin. So if you want something that works great for going to work, but also going to the gym and even on a date, I think you should try Quesada Ambassador. And if you would like something that's like this, but you want it more spicy and even stronger, try Quesada Ambassador Intense. The next one is from Parfums de Marly, and I think we can say that actually almost any fragrance from Parfums de Marly could fit into a list when we're talking about compliment magnets. All of the fragrances from Parfums de Marly, almost all, has a great performance. They get picked up by the people around you when you wear it, and they create reactions because the scents are so well made and they all have their different style and uniqueness. One of the fragrances from Parfums de Marly is either loved or hate by many. So this is a fragrance that you either love, absolutely love, or won't wear at all. But what I do know is that it seems like women actually love smelling this on men more than men loves wearing it. So if you want attention from ladies, this is the one you should wear. This is Calan from Parfums de Marly. This one is warm, spicy, woody and fresh, and it has a beautiful sweetness over it. The woodiness is really unique and really strong. So if you would like a fragrance that has a beautiful woody side, but also some sweetness on top of that and some freshness, try Calan. The freshness comes from blood orange in the top, and it also has my most favorite white floral note, and it's orange blossom. And the last one is a fragrance that not everyone is going to compliment you for. But when you meet someone who compliments you for this one, you know that you have found someone with really great taste like you. This is a leather focused fragrance, and when you like leather fragrances, you always get happy when you meet someone who actually also likes leather focused fragrances, because not everyone do. This is one of my personal favorites, and it's Ombre Leather Parfum. You may have tried Ombre Leather, the original, which is a really beautiful leather-focused scent. This is very much like the original, but I think this is a bit stronger, and it has a powderiness and a white floral side. And I hear myself, once again, I'm talking about white florals. But imagine the sexy and raw scent of leather, and then together with the softness and the almost fruitiness from white florals in a beautiful fragrance, in a beautiful scent, then you end up with something like Ombre Leather Parfum. This is a great performer. It stays on for so long and it smells fantastic. This really fills up a room when you're in the room, and it also fills up the room when you have left the building. That was 10 compliment magnet fragrances. Tell me in the comments which fragrance gets you the most compliments. I really want to know. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more fragrance videos with me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.